For 6 years, Aaron Kaufman was the pulse of Fast and Loud, captivating fans with his ability to craft extraordinary cars under impossible deadlines. But in 2017, he turned his back on a multi-million-dollar empire. Behind the scenes, a rift with Richard Rawlings had festered. Money disputes, stolen creative control, and the gut-punch realization that Aaron was training his own replacement. The breaking point came during a perilous truck build that nearly cost a life. What Aaron did next left the Discovery Channel reeling. Born January 26, 1982, in Crowley, Texas, Aaron grew up with little. His father, David Gerald Kaufman, a mechanic, earned $8.50 an hour in 1992, working grueling 12-hour shifts. The family lived in a cramped trailer park, where Aaron shared a tiny room with his younger brother, Jarrett. Yet, even in those lean years, Aaron's genius sparked. At 10, armed with a kitchen knife and screwdriver, he dismantled a broken lawnmower, not just fixing it, but boosting its power by 15%. He'd been sneaking his dad's repair manuals, studying them late into the night, often falling asleep with grease-stained pages in hand. By 8, he was driving his grandfather's 1968 Ford F-100, the truck's gasoline and oil scent embedding itself in his soul, a vehicle that would later redefine his life. At 12, Aaron turned the backyard into a workshop, crafting go-karts from lawnmower engines and shopping carts, some hitting 35 miles per hour on local roads. He taught himself welding with a borrowed stick welder. But in December 1994, disaster struck. A homemade exhaust system exploded during a test, burning his right arm and requiring 23 stitches. His dominant arm was out of commission for 6 weeks. His mother nearly banned his tools, but Aaron had stashed extras in a shed. That same week, 3 days before Christmas, the family's $200 holiday budget went to hospital bills instead of gifts, a memory that seared into him. In high school, starting in 1998, Aaron skipped 127 of 180 school days, not out of laziness, but to work for $4.25 an hour in unlicensed Dallas County auto shops. At 16, he tackled a transmission rebuild deemed impossible by 3 certified mechanics, completing it in 11 hours for a $200 paycheck. When his principal found $1,400 in crumpled bills in his locker, earnings from weekend jobs, it dwarfed most adults' monthly income in Crowley. His shop teacher, seeing his talent, fudged attendance records to keep him enrolled. At night, Aaron snuck out to fix engines by flashlight, returning home oil-soaked and burned. His parents worried he was self-destructing, but his drive ran deeper. At 18, in January 2000, Aaron dropped out of college after 1 semester, despite a 3.7 GPA and a $3,200 annual scholarship. His father, who'd worked extra shifts to cover tuition, was devastated. Aaron, for $1,800 in debt from tool purchases at 28% interest from loan sharks, chose the garage over classrooms. An engineering professor had dismissed his custom transmission design, which he'd built for $50 in scrap parts. His dropout led to the family losing power for 3 months, relying on candles while Aaron hustled for repair jobs. On September 12, 1999, he took a reckless leap, racing a self-modified 78-horsepower dirt bike to jump a 15-foot ravine at 65 miles per hour. He crashed, shattering his right wrist in 3 places, requiring 2 titanium pins and an $8,400 surgery. To pay it, the family sold their beloved 1968 Ford F-100. In 2002, at 20, Aaron met Richard Rawlings at a Dallas garage, sparking a 15-year partnership that transformed their lives. As lead fabricator at Gas Monkey Garage, Aaron turned a fledgling shop into a brand. In 2008, he restored a 1968 Chevrolet Corvette, rebuilding its Ford 427 big block engine and crafting custom exhausts, turning an $8,500 wreck into a $58,500 sale. a $50,000 profit that showcased his business savvy. In 2010, he fused a 1970 Dodge Charger body with a Viper V10 engine, a near-catastrophic project that pushed costs and electronics to the brink, nearly shuttering the shop. Yet, the finished car won Best Modified Classic at the Dallas Autorama. In 2011, he restored a 1972 Mustang with recycled parts, including a 351 Cleveland engine from a wrecked Torino, but clashed with Rawlings over safety when inspections flagged worn components, exposing their growing divide. The most harrowing moment came in October 2011, when Aaron's 720 horsepower 1969 Chevy C10 exploded at 6,800 revolutions per minute on a drag strip, injuring spectator Maria Rodriguez, who needed 18 stitches. Gas Monkey faced a $75,000 lawsuit. Insurance wouldn't cover it, so Aaron paid out of pocket, halting his racing for 2 years. When Fast and Loud launched in June 2012, Aaron was pushed to his limits. In the first episode, he rebuilt a 1931 Model A Ford in 9 days for a swap meet, working 110-hour weeks. Season 1 saw 12 cars built in 24 weeks. He once fell asleep inside a car on camera and showered with a hose behind a garage. His 14-hour weekly commute from Fort Worth to Dallas left him visibly drained. By 2013, restoring a wrecked 1991 Ferrari F40, bought for $400,000 with 7,480 miles, sparked more tension. Aaron's upgrades, twin turbos, exhaust, race wheels, were overruled by Rawlings, who chose black paint over Ferrari red, highlighting their creative rift. In 2016, the De Tomaso Pantera EcoBoost build, with a 3.5L engine producing 472 horsepower, became Aaron's breaking point. TV deadlines forced corner cutting, clashing with his craftsmanship ethos. Fame brought panic attacks, strained his relationship with his girlfriend, and left him burned out. An emergency appendectomy didn't stop the cameras, and he returned days later. By 2016, Rawlings' criticism over delays on the Pantera deepened their rift, with Aaron accusing him of prioritizing profit over quality. The final straw came in 2017 during a motorcycle build, where Rawlings' micromanaging and disregard for Aaron's input led to Aaron walking off set, halting production for 3 days. Leaked 2016 documents revealed Aaron, despite driving 80% of the show's success, was underpaid compared to Rawlings, whose net worth far exceeded Aaron's $3 million in 2021. Worse, Aaron learned he was training replacements. Calling Gas Monkey a creative prison, he limited the focus on TV drama over craft. A 2017 semi-truck build, rushed for footage despite Aaron's safety warnings, nearly failed on the road, solidifying his exit. On March 6, 2017, Aaron announced his departure on Facebook, a post fans likened to a breakup letter, admitting the last 5 years felt like 20. In June 2018, Rawlings faced a $6 million lawsuit over Gas Monkey Bar and Grill, dragging Aaron in as a witness, exposing their fractured partnership. The case settled in August 2019. Aaron's 2018 show, Shifting Gears, flopped after 12 episodes, criticized as lackluster without Rawlings' energy. In 2019, clients sued Aaron for abandoning $300,000 in projects: a Ferrari F40, 1969 Corvette L88, and Shelby Super Snake Mustang, tarnishing his reputation when one Ferrari was seized in a fraud case. In 2020, Rawlings offered Aaron double pay and creative control to return, but Aaron declined, saying, "You chose TV. I chose building." Launching Arclight Fabrication, Aaron's $150,000 custom F100 chassis stunned the industry, outpricing typical $30,000 to $60,000 builds with its fighter jet-like craftsmanship. A 2019 fire, caused by Aaron's faulty wiring, destroyed $50,000 in rare 1960s Ford parts, nearly sinking Arclight without full insurance. In 2020, his $35,000 to $45,000 Tesla-powered F-100 conversion kits sparked backlash from purists, costing $200,000 in canceled orders, but younger buyers embraced them, with 150 deposits in 6 months. By 2022, Arclight faced closure, buried under $750,000 in loans. Aaron sold his 1963 Ford Falcon race car for $65,000 to make payroll after 5 banks rejected him. A $400,000 Restamod Air partnership saved the shop. By 2024, Arclight's $2 million wheel line, with sets priced at $2,800 to $4,200, drove 78% of revenue via global e-commerce. Personal struggles persisted. Rumors swirled of trouble with wife Charlene Fleming, married in 2018 after a decade together, strained by 16-hour workdays. Therapy in 2023 helped Aaron manage panic attacks from fame's toll. A 2021 ruptured appendix nearly killed him, shutting Arclight for 4 months and costing $340,000. A $1.2 million crypto loss in 2022 forced him to mortgage his shop and sell rare F-100s. In November 2024, Aaron unveiled a $2.3 million Route 66 restoration project, backed by the National Park Service and Smithsonian, restoring 12 historic cars, including a 1949 Ford F1. Arclight's hybrid electric vintage builds pioneered sustainable hot rodding, with his Austin shop thriving on $75,000 to $150,000 F-100 restorations and brand deals with MagnaFlow and Sierra Cars. At 43, with an $8 million net worth, Aaron races at Pikes Peak, drives a 2004 F-150 daily, and produces his own show, Fiercely Independent. He left fast and loud to reclaim his craft, proving his legacy is built on resilience, not ratings. What's your take on Aaron's wild ride? Drop it in the comments.